Everything we're talking about is so full of mystery. It's just fascinating, especially the farther back we go.
That's what I love about the past, is the mystery that's there. And that's another thing that I regret about some archaeologists, is that their mission seems to be to drain all mystery out of the past, to suck it dry like some kind of vampire, sucking the blood out of the past, and to reduce it to a series of numbers that appear to be scientific. I think that's most unfortunate. The past is deeply mysterious. The whole story of life on Earth is deeply mysterious. I mean, we were talking about the timeline of human beings, but if you go back to the formation of the Earth itself, if I've got the figures right, it's about 4.5 billion years ago that the Earth supposedly formed. It was then incredibly hot and inhospitable to life for the next several 100 million years. But it was actually Francis Crick who pointed out something odd, that within 100 million years of the Earth being cool enough to support life, there's bacterial life all over the planet. And Crick wrote a book called Life Itself that was published in 1981. And he suggested that life had been brought here by a process of panspermia. Now, that's an idea that's around in circulation, that comets may carry bacteria which can seed life on planets. But Crick actually in Life Itself was talking about directed panspermia. He envisaged this is Crick, not me. He envisaged an alien civilization far away across the galaxy, which faced extinction. Perhaps a supernova was going to go off in the neighborhood. They were highly advanced. Their first thought might have been, let's get ourselves off the planet and go and populate some other planet. But the distances of interstellar space were so great. So their second thought was, let's preserve our DNA. Let's put bacteria, genetically engineered bacteria, into cryogenic chambers and fire them off into the universe in all directions. And bottom line of Crick's theory in Life Itself is one of those cryogenic containers containing bacterial life from another solar system crashed into the early Earth, and that's why life began so suddenly here on Earth.
If we as a human civilization continue, I think that is a one way to create backups of us elsewhere in the universe, given the space, is to do a life gun and shoot it everywhere.
Yeah.
And then it just plants.
Yes.
And you kind of hope that whatever is the magic that makes up human consciousness, and if that magic is already there in the initial DNA of the bacteria,
the potential for that magic is there.
The potential is there.
And evolutionary forces will work upon it in different ways in different environments. But the potential is there. Yes, it's something that we would do. If we were facing a complete extinction of life on planet Earth, a major global effort would be made to preserve it somehow. And that might well include firing off cryogenic chambers into the universe and hoping that some of them would land somewhere hospitable.
And as you were mentioning, there's just so many interesting mysteries along the way here. For example, I mean, it's like, I think like 3 billion years, it was single-cell organisms.
Yeah.
So it seems like life was pretty good for single-cell organisms, that there was no need for multicellularity, that like for animals, for any of this kind of stuff. So why is that? It seems like you could adapt much better if you're a more complicated organism. It took a really long time to take that leap. Is it because it's really hard to do? And what was the forcing function to do that kind of leap? And the same, I mean, for us to be selfish and self-obsessed, for us humans, like what was the magic leap to Homo sapiens from the other hominids? And why did Homo sapiens win out against Neanderthals and the other competitors? Why are they not around anymore? So those are all fascinating mysteries, and it feels like the more we propose sort of radical ideas about our past and take it seriously and explore, the more we'll be able to sort of figure out that puzzle that leads all the way back to Homo sapiens and maybe all the way back to the origin of life on Earth.
Yeah. I think that Homo sapiens is the tail end of a very long, deep series of mysteries that goes back right to the beginning of life on this planet, and probably long before, actually, because this planet is part of the universe, and God knows what else is out there in the universe.